This is the Down to Earth podcast, the Down to Earth Network, and it's your host, Sean Myrie. This episode is kind of comedy, but you got the queen of rap or hip hop with Donald Trump, visiting Donald Trump at his account summit treasury event. He's talking about money, talking about all types of stuff. But the queen of rap, because Donald Trump is a celebrity. Remember, this guy's a celebrity, right? Not just a politician. He had the visit from the one and only Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj used to be, signed to Young Money, Lil Wayne's label that Drake was also a part of. She started her career in the 2000s, straight from Queens, originally born in Trinidad, but raised up in New York City. So, what's going on? What's going on? Just going to read a little bit what happened, right? Because this was a big thing for Trump, right? He felt very, very happy at this event. Nicki Minaj joins President Trump on stage in Washington, D.C., right? Joins Trump on stage at the Account Summit in Washington, D.C. The rapper said she's Trump's number one fan. Trump's number one fan, right? Rapper Nicki Minaj is not backing down in her support for Donald Trump. Minaj and Trump went viral on Wednesday after they were photographed holding hands. Holding hands, the U.S. Treasury Department Trump Account Summit. So that's what it is, right? The Treasury Department Trump Account Summit, because he's for the money, man. This guy's the money. And you want to know why Nicki Minaj was there? I'm guessing all this ICE stuff and immigration stuff, she wants to be on the right side because, she's not born in America. But I heard she got like a gold card, so she's officially in America, but it's mostly people who have money who could get that shit. The rapper also called herself Trump number one fan, right? Nicki Minaj and Trump holding hands was not on my 2000. This is crazy, y'all. Okay, so she attended this Treasury Department stuff. And this is going viral because they're holding hands. Trump was very happy, man. Very happy. But she was also happy too. She's getting the gold card, right? The gold standard, saying that she supports Trump and all types of stuff. She even visited the Oval Office, Nicki Minaj. This is something hip hop and politics. He's already famous. Hi, what are you saying? He's already famous for already pardoning rappers already. Now this one, Nicki Minaj, she wants to get that gold card so she can stay in America because he's been deporting a lot of people, right? So, it shows big picture of them holding hands. This is what she says. I hate or what people have to say. It does not affect me. So she's saying, whatever people are talking about Trump, it doesn't affect her, right? So this is a big, big promo for Donald Trump, for the people. Nicki Minaj called out California's governor, Gavin Newsom, while praising Trump for wanting to create actual change in America. Damn, so she's brave now because she got Trump backing her. And she's like talking very spicy, Nicki Minaj. I don't know what some of the MAGA people feel about this, but Trump is like smiling in behind her and all that stuff, hugging her. She also spoke about the average politician, right? Nothing why she said nothing why she thinks Trump is different. What? Yeah, yeah. Why she think Trump is different. They're just politicians who may want to be celebrity. They don't care if their policies work 2 months from now, 2 minutes from now. They don't care if they inspire the next generation. They just care about getting in office. She's talking about, I guess, the other people, not Trump, getting in office. She said, Trump is a different human being. This is a different president. This is a different kind of leader. This is a businessman and an authentic human being. So when she says she wants to contribute, when she says he wants to contribute something long term, way after he's in office, that's what he means. So that's what he means. She's saying he's the best president ever, right? The best president ever. That's what she's saying. The best president ever. And she got a voice, right? Amplifies a lot of things. So earlier in the day, Nicki Minaj was brought to the stage. President Trump, right? She received applause and joined him along with Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary. Damn, stars. The president told her, "We did pretty well with your community." The president said that? Who's the community he's talking about? I'm wondering, is it the hip hop community? Is it the black community? He's saying he done pretty well. You see how he talks, though. This is how Trump talks. So the super bass singer said the hate she receives only motivates her to support Trump even more. So all the hate, who people might hate Nicki Minaj, it just motivates her even more, people. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's number one fan. She's saying more than all these MAGA supporters, she's the number one fan, right? Well, right, number one fan. Nicki Minaj told the crowd, and that's not going to change. Nah, it's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. So she says she's going to keep supporting him. Donald Trump, she got a gold card. Now she's in America, you know, and she's a big artist. She's rich already. So that's why she got that gold card. But guess what? She's against probably illegal immigrants. She's saying she's against illegal immigrants. I swear some people were trying to say that she was illegal. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're trying to say it's going to motivate all of us to support him more, she added. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him. She's not gonna make people get away with bullying Trump. Trump's getting bullied. I swear he's bullying everybody. Isn't Trump bullying all the Carney, the Canadian Prime Minister? He's bullying all these other leaders with the tariffs. I don't know what she's talking about, bullying him and smear his campaign. It's not gonna work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen. God is protecting Donald Trump. You hear that? Nicki Minaj said that. And she's not going to make nobody bully him. O'Leary also spoke to the crowd, thanking Trump on behalf of the entrepreneurs of America. This was the Treasury meeting, right? For money. This is a money president, like I said, right? A businessman. And guess how much money Nicki Minaj gave? I think was 300,000. So let's see this. On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we created 70% of the jobs and companies and 500 employees. And we all care about is policy. He said, we love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support. Thank you very much. That's how he said, Kevin O'Leary. Trump announced the launch of Trump accounts. You hear this shit? Where that money from Venezuela is doing good. So what? Trump announced the launch of Trump accounts during the summit, a provision of Trump tax legislation. Trump accounts are meant to give 1,000 to every child born between 2005 to 2028. So as long as their parents open an account, the money is then invested in the stock market by private firms, and the child can access the money when they turn 18. So damn, Trump is doing something for Americans right now who are having babies. Damn, this sounds pretty good. I don't know all the Trump haters if you like this, but 2005 to 2028, 2025 to 2028, yo, as long as you're a parent, yo, you getting some investment, yo. But Nicki Minaj, yo, you can't get better. This is a promo, man. This is a promo. She's all in there with all of them, all the Republicans. She looked a little bit different, though. Now, what do you guys think about this? The rapper Nicki Minaj, Young Money's artist, right? Campaigning for Donald Trump. What do you think about that? Campaigning for Donald Trump, a rapper. You would never, well, I should never say you would never think, because he pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned, I think, I think it was Lil Wayne. I think he helped Lil Wayne. That's why she's in here. He's been helping a lot of different type of people. Minaj, widely known as the queen of rap. He said she's the best rapper of all time. Trump said that, amplified that he's the best rapper of all time. I mean, she's the best rapper of all time, right? She is the best female rapper of all time. That's what Trump said. I don't know if he knows about rap, but he's calling her the best rapper of all time, right? Female rapper. Minaj and Trump uploaded a joint TikTok. They even done TikTok. This is a message, people. TikTok, which is taken over by Americans in America, like a good percentage of it. This is a message. Look, Nicki Minaj and Trump uploaded a joint TikTok on Wednesday. Minaj called Trump the best president of all time. Trump crowned Minaj the queen of rap. You see that? They're using the TikTok algorithm now. They're like laughing at a lot of people right now because they have some ownership of TikTok, some control of the algorithm. And that's a message to people by him actually doing a TikTok with Nicki Minaj, them both praising each other. Both praising each other. The 43-year-old rapper dipped her toes into politics during Trump's second term as president. So, what is she up to? She wants to make sure she's permanent in America right now. She got that gold card, I heard, right? But Donald Trump, man, holding the hand of Nicki Minaj, you know, he loves women. He's a womanizer, right? 100%. What does this do for him? This is PR right now. This is some PR, a distraction of a lot of stuff. But she's saying she won't make no one bully him, but he's the bully. Isn't Trump Hasn't Trump been doing the bullying? She added that she considers both Trump and Vance to be one of us based on how they relate to everyday Americans. Oh, they haven't lost touch of the world, Minaj said. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, and the younger people and the older people with the richer people and not so rich people. What is she saying? With the richer people and not the so rich people, they have the ability to still connect to real and make us feel proud to be American. So she's with it now. First was, Kanye West before. Before it was Kanye West. Now you got Nicki Minaj. Now, what's going on? It's hip hop. You see how powerful hip hop is? Hip hop is so powerful now that politicians are going to these artists to campaign. You remember the campaign? What was going on with Kamala and with Trump? Hip hop. They got a lot of hip hop acts to promote them. Same thing way back for Obama with Puffy. Puffy was campaigning for Obama. So this shows you they need the urban scene, or they're trying to get the votes or getting the support, especially, let's be straight up, from the black community. Now, a lot of people, I mean, they like Nikki. She got the barbs. This kind of could have hurt her brand. I know it probably hurt her brand some type of way. It hurt her brand. But she doesn't give a shit right now. She's going after the gold card or whatever. She got that fully citizenship, but she could afford that right now. So I don't know what you think, people. Donald Trump, this is his campaign. He was very happy. You see his face red behind Nicki Minaj. You know he's watching Minaj. Maybe he would even leave his wife probably for Nicki Minaj. The way how you see how he's looking at her and stuff, you know he likes some chocolate right there. So guaranteed this is going to keep going and going and going. She's going to keep talking, right? The Trump account event, the treasury, right? He's just showing people the money. He's giving away billions, if not billions, not millions, billions of dollars to American families, saying that he's going to be giving them something like, if they have a child from 2025 to 2028, they're going to be getting $1,000 or some type of stock shit. So where is the money coming from? Is it the taxpayers or is it the Venezuelan oil? Where's this money coming from? You got to ask yourself. He's doing all types of stuff, right? This is his economic plan. So this must be part of his economic plan to give money away, right? And he has Nicki Minaj there so he can make it more amplified. But yo, he was holding hands with her. How does Melania, his wife, feel about that? How does his wife feel about that? But she's saying that he's getting bullied. Who is Trump getting bullied by? Trump cannot be bullied. Trump bullies people. Trump been bullying trying to bully the Canadian Prime Minister. Trump been trying to bully the Chinese. Trump been bullying Greenland. Trump bullies everywhere he goes. So who's bullying him? I don't get that. Bullying, and she's calling him the best president of ever. The best president ever. And people are going to listen to Nicki Minaj. Trust me, people will listen to Nicki Minaj. She got already the barbs, right? Even though some people might be mad with her, people will listen to Nicki Minaj. So he got the social smarts. Remember, he worked with media, Donald Trump. He worked with media a long time ago. He knows what he's doing. And Nicki Minaj talking on behalf of him, that's perfect. And she got her gold card. So now she's going to be in America. Now she's not illegal. They're saying that she was illegal. I don't know if that's true. They're saying she was actually illegal. She came when she was like 5 and shit like that. So she gave $300,000. $300,000. So I didn't know that she could do that. I didn't know that you could have the politicians could get money from like that. You guys want to hear this? In behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we created 72% of jobs and companies and 5 to 500 employees. We all what? And we all care about the policies, right? Listen, Listen, the policies. And he said, we love policy, pro business policies, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and to support. I thank you very much. So, a lot of families are going to be getting some money. That's what he claims. That's what he claims. A lot of families are going to be getting some type of money coming to them. But he loves Nicki Minaj right now. He's probably thinking, yo, maybe I'll divorce Melania and try to get some chocolate. That's what he's probably thinking. I'm going to divorce my wife because he done it before. He doesn't care. He had a couple wives. And the next wife, I guarantee, is going to be a black woman. I'm going to tell you, Trump's next wife will be a black woman. He loves them. It's like when he saw the woman from Africa, from I forgot which country she was from, and he says, "Yo, she's lovely, she's beautiful." I couldn't believe that. And his wife, I swear, his wife was around her. She heard that shit, right? So, yo, his next wife is gonna be some chocolate, guaranteed. See, let me read this shit. Trump is announced. If you were late to the convo, Trump announced the launch of Trump accounts during the summit, right? A provision of Trump tax legislation, right? Trump accounts are meant to give 1,000 to every child born between 2025 to 2028. So he's making sure he gives away some money before his presidency is so-called finished, right? Trump is too old to remarry. He probably will remarry Matthew Gardner. He probably will. No one cares. People actually care. This is actually his promo right now. Nicki Minaj. See, you don't even know who Nicki Minaj is. You're probably old or something. Much respect. Nicki Minaj is a big artist, if you want to call pop artist. She's a rapper, but she's one of the biggest artists in current times, if you don't know, right? She got influence around the world and she got her money. So let me keep you up to date if you don't know who Nicki Minaj is. I'm just going to give you some info. She's a rapper, right? You might not listen to rap or hip hop, but she's a rapper, right? Big millionaire, and she gave 300,000 to the Republicans. 300,000. She's Yeah, she would be dead to you, but not dead to a lot. Millions of people. And I heard they done a picture on TikTok, and TikTok has 200 million users. 200 million users on TikTok, And she's big on TikTok. So Trump knows what he's doing to get people to watch and hear, right? She is a female artist with the most plastic in her body. Yeah, whatever. Either way, a lot of people follow her. She has barbs. A lot of people follow her. That's why he wants more influence to the people you don't think you're not thinking of. He's getting the influence from that. Same thing with the Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was like 20 in it. What? He was a young guy. He was young. I think early 30s, about 30 years old, right? Him and his wife, very young. I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was until I watched a couple videos of him. And he was with Trump. He supported Trump. She been around over almost 20 years. Nicki Minaj, very rich and influential in the urban community. If you want to call it the black community, she's big like that. But now she's getting backlash. Guaranteed she's getting black backlash from her own community. She lost certain type of support for the people who don't like Trump. Guaranteed she lost a lot of support from even the LGBT community because I know a lot of them liked Nicki Minaj. But guess what? She's with Trump. Trump's all holding her hands and everything. He was 32, a young guy. He was young, right? He's young. He got a lot of the young votes for Donald Trump, right? So right now, he's on to the next one. Nicki Minaj. And she's known to talk a lot of stuff like him. She loves to talk. She likes to put out her opinions out there. Any other celebrity who talks bad about Trump, she will be attacking. I guaranteed. Like that guy, Don Lemon, or what, I forgot what his name is. The other day, she said something about him, and Trump said something about him. So all the celebrities, most of them, been quiet. If they talk about Donald Trump, I guarantee she will be right at the head. She will be talking guaranteed, right? Like her or not. But she's doing it for herself, I think. She's doing it because she wants to make sure she's a legal citizen in America. Because she came when she was like 5 years old, and I swear she has a story how she was illegal, right? So now she's not illegal. She's about 43 years old, right? She called him the best president in the world ever, the best president, and he called her the best rapper. That's big. That's a big push. That's a big push. Calling her the best female rapper. Damn, that's gonna create controversy right now. Just in that world alone, people are talking just about that in that world, right? In America and all around the world. So she gave money though. She didn't just go there to talk. She gave at least a $300,000 or something like that. She probably paid. She basically paid for herself to be in America, right? She's trying to get her husband and brother Odie. So Odie, the soul list. Okay, what's the list? Yeah, I know. She's trying to get her husband and her brother. I heard they were into some dirty shit. Yeah, yeah. I heard her brother and I know her husband has a shady past. A shady past. Yup. So maybe that might get cleared up by Donald Trump. That's true. The husband has a shady past and her brother has a shady past. It's not too good. So this 300,000 she gave at this treasury is to kind of sweeten Trump up and keep him, with her and support her and get rid of all that shit, right? Not shady sick. Okay. Let's see. Birds of a feather. Yeah. Yeah. She's getting her husband was charged with, something serious, right? Involving underage. That's all I got to say. And her brother. So that money is good, very good. But Trump loves the woman. 300. Yep, yep. That's something compared to people who are not giving nothing in Minnesota. You get what I mean? 300,000. She gave something. It looks good because no celebrity has. No celebrity has. She's trying to show up on people. No celebrity that Trump's been around has gave any money ever publicly I know of, right? So she threw that. She could have threw 1 million if she wanted to, right? She could have done that. I'm proud of her. No, I'm not. I'm not proud of her. This is funny. This is funny because she's paying for her freedom. She's paying for her freedom. You- She's paying for her freedom. Trump's a businessman. Trump is a businessman, right? And he's proud of her. He's smiling. He was he was holding her hand. He was hugging her and everything. So this is the new age, right? And he went on TikTok and done a TikTok with her and all types of shit. I think she even visited the Oval Office and she shook hands with some, I don't know if they're steel workers and shit like that. So yo, she done a lot. She done a lot today. This is a big campaign. It's a big campaign for Mr. Donald Trump. This is a distraction from a lot of stuff what he's doing. Yo, he's active every day. This man's active every day, Donald Trump. He doesn't rest for his age. I got to give him that. The man's almost 80 and he's always everywhere on the microphone. He's all the way in Switzerland, and then he's back home again in Washington. The next, where else would he go? This guy, he's a workaholic. I got to give him. But this is a revenge season from his first term, and now this is the second term. He's coming for revenge for all the people who was talking bad about him, for all the people who thought that he couldn't do certain things. He's doing certain things. Like I'm saying, he's giving $1,000 to young parents who are not necessarily young parents, any parent from 2025 to 2028 who has a child, going to be a special account, a Trump account. He already set up a own account in his name. Think of it. He has an account with his name. This is history. People might not look on this big, but it's history. How much people really do the detail what this guy has done today? He passed a special account in his name at the Treasury Summit, and he calls it TrumpAccounts.gov. TrumpAccounts.gov. That's what he had. He set it up. He's just smiling the whole way. He's just smiling. He loves this shit. He loves it, man. And meanwhile, ICE is out there doing a whole bunch of shit. This is a distraction from the ICE. I'll tell you, I'm no fool. This is guaranteed a distraction from the ICE. They said that he fired the head of the ICE, one of the head of the ICE, right? The guy who was in charge of ICE. He fired him, probably with pay. So this is a distraction from what's going on in the streets, right? Do you hear about Minnesota ever since the last shooting? Are you hearing anything? I guarantee it is kind of quiet right now. So just look it up. Are you hearing anything since the last shooting? Hmm? Nicki Minaj is good to kind of overshadow stuff on social media. 100%. Nicki Minaj is overshadowing a lot of stuff on social media. You're not hearing any more about the guy who got shot the other day. Not too much. Didn't you hear about the TikTok, what they're doing? I said it the other day. That's why America owns a good percentage of it. If you post anything about ICE or Trump, they basically take that shit off. It's censored. It's not the same. You cannot use TikTok anymore. If you want to use TikTok, a proud American, they're gonna know everything about you. Everything. All all info will be exposed. I've been saying this for years. Stop talking about Nicki Minaj. She's the new news. He's been with her. Why should I stop talking if he's hugging her and he's smiling and he got 300,000? You can't stop talking about Nicki Minaj. Why? Because it makes Trump look stupid? Is it because it makes him look stupid? Bye bye. Bye bye. Right? See, you cannot take the heat, so stay out of the kitchen. Why? If you are a Trump supporter, you probably feel you don't know anything about Nicki Minaj. So yeah, you should go by because you're outdated. You don't know what's going on. But TikTok right now, right? 200 million of you was using it. How much people stop using it? She just posted up with Trump just recently, just posted up with Trump on TikTok. So that's a message. That's a sign to you guys. There's been an update the other day before saying they want to know everything about you. So guess what? You can't talk bad about Nicki Minaj either on TikTok. She's smart. You can't talk bad about her on TikTok. Else they'll know who you are. Yo, she knows the game, right? And yo, they control the algorithm now on that platform. If you use that platform, if your children use that, I don't know if the children could use it, but if your teenager uses it, yo, they're knowing where you are. They know the algorithm. Nicki Minaj is smart because she's on that platform. And by her posting with Donald Trump gets her even more attention, right? She has her barbs. Her music will get streamed more. She will make more money. She gave away $300,000. It might not sound much to a lot of people, but it is a good amount of money. She gave away $300,000. And she is a spokesperson for Donald Trump. She says, yo, why are you guys bullying him? You can't bully the bully. Why glorify your ops? He's glorifying what glorify the ops. Who's the ops? These people are characters. Richard, you know the ops. Glorify the ops. Listen, right now, this is a distraction. I know it's a distraction. This whole thing is a distraction from what happened in Minnesota. It's a distraction to throw people off from that lady who stole $250 million, that Amy chick, right? She stole $250 million. So it's a distraction. He wants people to know shit, but he even said this, yo, all the biggest fraud, what's going on in Minnesota, it's not just Minnesota, it's other places. He's saying it's everywhere. So he's just starting with Minnesota, then he's gonna go other places. I've got her first album, and I'm so glad that she and I love Trump. Oh, so you're a supporter, Richard. So okay, you got her first album, and you're glad that she loves Trump. Well, you there you go. Where are your accent from? There you go. My accent's myself, man. So you got her first album. I'm so glad she loves Trump. Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, right now, this is helping her. She's not illegal anymore in America. She's not illegal. Bless up the real Toronto. Yeah, it's the real Toronto accent. Let them know, Mad Russian. Let them know. Yeah, but right now, yo, she's legal. She is legal in America. She got a gold card. She got a gold card and stuff like that. So you can't play with her, and she paid for it basically $300,000, right? Did you see how Trump was smiling? His face was red, and how he was holding their hands and shit. It's like the other lady from Africa. I forgot which country it was. When he met with the lady, he said, "Oh, she's so beautiful." Trump wants some chocolate now. He's going to go. His next wife, if he could divorce Melania Trump, will be a black woman, or maybe he'll just go behind her, because right now so far it's two of them, and especially Nicki Minaj, how he's holding her hands. He's holding her hands, and he's like loving it and everything. What next? He's calling her the best female rapper and all this shit. This is a distraction, though, people. I tell you, it's a distraction because you're not hearing nothing about the ice. I'm just going to remind you. It's a distraction from even the TikTok. It's a big distraction from the TikTok because some people don't even know that the TikTok is watching your every move right now, right? It's under Trump, right? Oracle Corporation, the Oracle Software Corporation. And I said it over and over and over again. And the message is her and Trump done a TikTok today, right? So they're showing you still use TikTok. Wait, Nicki Minaj was on TikTok. Damn, I gotta stay on TikTok because I want to see Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump on TikTok. Maybe they have some extra video on TikTok. So guess what? You are gonna still stay signed up to TikTok, and guess what? They'll know everything about you. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what's going on. Did you see this picture? I think people look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at him. He's red. He's red. The man is kind of almost red or orange. Some people call him the orange man, right? Some people call him the orange man. Look at her. She knows why she's there. She's there so she makes sure she's good in America, right? This is what this media. If you don't like it, come off. Okay, Nikki, we like Trump too, right? Tahango. Who cares? Well, people do care. What do you care about hearing about the guy who got no. The lady who robbed $250 million from you taxpayers? You should care. The Potter. Are you American? Are you American? Do you know about Amy who stole $250 million in Minnesota? And she had a boyfriend who she even shared it with, a black boyfriend, right? Amy was this Caucasian lady who worked for nonprofit organization in Minnesota, giving food to the hungry children, and they didn't get any money, no food. She robbed you Americans. I'm Canadian and I always wonder what are the Democrats and Republicans. I found out and stopped hating politics. Yes. So, do you guys know who was robbing you Americans if you're American? 250 million. She's the main one, more than all the Somalis in Somalia, but she was helping them, right? Because people were blaming the Somalis for just robbing, and this lady from a daycare, or she worked with daycares and stuff like that to provide food. She robbed $250 million, give her boyfriend, who is black, car. He was spending it on cars like he was a hip hop star and jewelry, and he didn't pay his taxes, and they arrested him. Yes, and that lady, but she's still around in La Omar. She's still around. Why is she still talking? They haven't arrested her. They haven't arrested her yet. But check this. The lady who they arrested in Minnesota recently, right? She, right, was they knew about this years ago. They just put that out now for you guys to see. I think I might have the picture here. It made a lot of people angry the other day because you know what? You could tell they didn't want to see they wanted to see somebody else. They couldn't believe it was the stereotype, what we call I might have took her picture off because she wasn't too good looking at all, right? She wasn't too good looking at all. But yes, Nicki Minaj, the big rapper with Trump doing TikTok videos for you all to watch, right? And what's next? Who's next? Trump's ugly, yes, yes, but who is next? There's probably going to be a other rapper or some other celebrity talking for Trump. Trump is a celebrity. Do you guys forget? This man had his own reality show. This man used to say, "You're fired." Remember that? You're fired. This man been in movies. This guy talks spicy so he could get your attention, right? Yes, it was a Caucasian lady the other day who robbed Minnesota the most. 21 Savage and Kodak Black. Yes, he pardoned 21 Savage and Kodak Black. 21 Savage, the rapper, was the first one I know who got taken down by ICE. I remember that. That's how I got kind of introduced by ICE, even though I heard ICE was around, been around a long time. Obama talked about them. But yeah, 21 Savage, a rapper who grew up in America from the UK. He was basically came back to America, but he kind of ratted to stay in America, right? And for his visa. Kodak Black, another guy, he pardoned him. Kodak Black has a lot of drug problems. You see it. He needs help. But Trump pardoned him too. Trump pardoned a lot of the people in the culture. So look, Nicki Minaj is the new one. Nicki Minaj is the new one, guaranteed. So who's next? We shall see who's next. All I know that Nicki Minaj, he loves Nicki Minaj. She was smiling with Nicki Minaj and everything. She didn't come empty-handed. She came and gave 300,000 of her own money. Her own money. She got the golden card. She's gonna talk about any celebrity who talks against her. are against Trump, she's gonna spotlight that shit. She already spotlight one guy. He's a journalist. She spotlight him, and I don't know. He better have no dirt in his background. That Don Lemon guy or something like that. So any other person who has smoke for Trump, she's gonna make Trump know, 100%. Trump is old. What's your excuse? Trump is old. Yeah, he's old. What does that mean? Trump is old. Biden was old. Most of all the presidents were old. There hasn't been a young president since JFK. So Biden was like, I think Biden was older than Trump, right? He was the president. Um, Bush was in his 70s, right? What's your point? Obama was younger than all of them, right? Oh, replying to Chris. So right now, Trump's on a campaign. He just gave $1,000 to anybody who has a child between 2025 to 2028 into some type of stock fund for their families. They will be getting some dollars. Biden, yeah, Biden is 88, I think. Shit, no, I know he's in his is about 80 or something like that. You're right. He's older than Trump. Trump's turning 80. Trump's going to be turning 80, right? So, yeah, Biden is old and he was the president. So, age, we don't want to hear about that. Right now, Trump has celebrity friends. This is just one of them you're seeing, right? This is just one. O'Leary, Kevin O'Leary was there. So, this is how he could get the population. Who else is going to show up? He has a whole bunch. He got Don King. King is older. He have a whole bunch of them. So, Trump got dementia, dude. Either way, he got smart people, some people to talk for him. You have a special way of speaking that makes people appreciate. Much respect, Troy Dondi. Trump is awesome. Well, a lot. See, people do support Trump. That's crazy, but yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people support Trump. There's some people who may not support Trump, but he's been supported a long time because he's a celebrity. Remember that he's been on television and he's on social media and he says the things what not any president will say, right? Def doesn't have dementia. He definitely doesn't have dementia. Oh, real Toronto DVD. Nah, I don't support him. So you don't support him. Ric Flair, you don't support him. I don't know if you're the real Ric Flair, but you don't support him. Maybe the real Ric Flair supports him. It's easy to support someone when you're brainwashed or stupid. So you're saying a lot of the people who support Donald Trump is brainwashed and stupid. He's calling a lot of you, this one Prince cast you out, saying a lot of you people who support Trump, he just said it. You could read it. No, he's a good choice. He's God's choice, right? Oh, well, listen, one thing I respect about Trump is he says what's on his mind. It might not be the best all the time, but he's saying exactly what's on his mind. Some of the things what he says is right. Not everything what he says is right. Some of the stuff he says is wrong. Right? So it's like, you can't, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. No one is perfect. Even Obama wasn't perfect, right? Obama wasn't perfect. And the other day when they're criticizing Trump for the ICE, I heard Obama had the ICE deport a lot of people. And in his time, there was like a good amount of people who passed away, like died from the ICE, right? Stupid or not, he was a non-politician and won the game of politics twice. That's true. That's true. K. Cooper, 8196. You are an idiot. I have the mind of Christ. I'm not stupid. God chose Trump for such a time as this. That could be true. Obama wasn't perfect, but he didn't spit on your face. But you know what? Obama was very sneaky, right? I respect people who are gonna tell you what it is instead of hide and then do the dirt, right? I respect that. He says what's on his mind because he has old people disease. Only Paul White, folks, Wallace. He says what's on his mind because he has old people disease. Trust, but a lot of older people, they have wisdom and knowledge, don't they? Right? People could talk about the Gen Z right now. Let's not forget people also follow Satan. Don't try to defend stupidity. So right now he got Nicki Minaj. Let's be straight. And the next he's gonna get somebody else who's influential. Whoever you like. It could be a boxer, it could be a wrestler, it could be a football player. He got a couple athletes who are with him, right? Football players. If it depends what you like, he'll get somebody who you like. Better better being sneaky than a liar like Trump. But then there's liars too. Like Clinton was a liar, wasn't he? Like, what's the point? Like, you mean what do you mean? Better be sneaky than a liar? Come on now. I hope I hope you're from Trinidad. Please, God, don't say Jamaica. Why? I'm not from any one of those places. And they're mad as hell because they're old. Well, Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad. She's from Trinidad. She went to this for herself, her campaign, because listen, she sees this man deporting people like nothing, right? So she's scared probably that she could be next. Let's be straight up. She don't want to be deported. She don't want to get deported, right? She don't want to get deported. So she has to do this campaign and talk nice about Trump. She don't want to be like the other celebrities. Did you see what happened to that guy? What um, I think Ruffalo or something, was it Mark Ruffalo or something from the Incredible Hulk franchise or something, and how he got fired. He got fired. Was it Marvel? I think no, Disney fired him. Right? Disney fired that guy after he talked about Trump. Remember that. I don't know if you guys know. Disney fired that actor after he went on a burst talking about Trump. People forget Trump has stocks in a lot of places, man. Money in a lot of places. Play with him and you might lose your job, right? Worry about where you are choosing to spend your eternity. And so okay, remember, much respect, K. Cooper. Not everybody believes in God. Let me tell you that too. So you're going to have a fight with certain people. Not everybody believes in uh, Jesus or Christ. There's people who are Muslim, people who have different faiths. So you could talk all the stuff you want about Christ, much respect to your religion, but there's a lot of people who don't believe in that stuff, right? And they don't even believe in God. But like I'm saying, Miss Nicki Minaj is a big push for the Republicans, and it's a distraction. I'm telling you, 100%. She need a pardon for her brother. Yes, you're right. She's probably working hard for her brother because her brother has some dirt. Her husband has some dirt. So, yeah, that's what it is, right? Just the facts. Okay, so that's what it is. She has a brother who got caught with someone underage, I heard, allegedly. Her husband, the same thing, allegedly. So she'll do anything to protect her family and herself. She just mad at Megan's Law. She's mad at the Megan's Law. Obama still with that man named Michael. So why are you mad? You guys are going back and forth. You will when you stand before him. Yeah, I believe in God. I believe in God, but a lot of people here don't believe in God. I'm being honest for everybody. Can't not be biased. As of late 2025, early 2026, the Trump family combined net worth is estimated to be around 6.8 to 10 billion, driven heavily by cryptocurrency. Thanks for that. Yes, he's making money like crazy, 100%. Sorry, Nicki Minaj is a sellout. So you're saying Nicki Minaj is a sellout. Why is she a sellout? Why is she a sellout when Trump has a lot of black support? I want to know. He does have black support. I'm going to own this shit until you say I'm right. Why is Nicki Minaj a sellout? We love Nicki, right? For standing next to a murderer. Oh, what? Who did Trump murder though? Who did Trump murder? I want to know. Who did Trump murder? Like, did he do it himself? You're saying standing next to a murderer. Who did he murder? Who did he hurt? Nicki Minaj spoke on what she believes and how And how is that selling out? She believes that. Who? Yeah, you're right. How is that selling out? How is that selling out? I want to know how she's selling out. I want to know because if it's color you're talking about, it's not just white people who like Donald Trump. There's a lot of black people who like Donald Trump. She also believes she's young when she's not. Okay, she's about what, 43? She's not a teenager, but she's not an old woman yet. She's only like 43 or something like that. She's only 43. She just had a baby not too long ago, right? So yeah, what black support? The ones who he released. You remember he pardoned Kodak Black, right? He pardoned a couple rappers, and I swear somebody said he released like 39,000, and most of them are all black. So I guaranteed he got some support there. I'm with you, girl. Nicki sold out on her music before Young Money. Then she sold out again and again. Now she's randomly a Republican. She's doing this for herself, even if you don't like it. She's doing it because she knows that this is the age of deportation and she got to pay her way. Nikki used to rap as a lesbian. She is bisexual. Whatever. My black besties love Trump. See, there's a lot as well. Trump has a lot of black support. See, people are saying that. So white people are saying sellout. It's true. Trump had a lot of black support way before he was a politician. Remember that this man was a celebrity. He was on television. How much times I used to hear um, black people say, "Yo, I like Trump," or they wanted to associate with Trump. A long time ago, I've been hearing this. He's not a murderer. He's a felon and a pervert. Well, there's 34 charges, and he never been charged with any of them. Not yet, right? The election said differently. Oh yeah, the election did say differently, but yes, you're right. The election said differently. People still voted for him again. And guess what? People still like him. Muhammad Ali loved Trump. You might be right. You might be right. Look, he got a lot of people who like him. Even Mike Tyson, I think, likes him. Don King, those are not the best examples, but they liked him. The whole time back in the 90s, he was in Las Vegas going to boxing matches, and he had a whole bunch of black people around him. From a long time, people done rap songs about him. That's why Nicki Minaj is going around Donald Trump. Lady, stop lying on Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson liked Donald Trump. You're right. Why do you care about who likes him? Because that's what makes him, more, I guess, look more important, right? If no one likes you, you don't look important. Biden was not liked. Joe Biden was not liked. That's why they lost. That's why Kamala Harris couldn't win any shit because they weren't not liked. I heard a whole bunch of black people didn't like the Democrats. That's why they didn't beat him. That's why they didn't beat Trump because they didn't like Kamala Harris and they hated Joe Biden, right? And Joe Biden had dirt. So that's what happened. So, like I said, Minaj, 300,000 she gave. Trump, happy that she was there, hugging her, holding her hands and everything. Man, it was, you just see him smiling. That orange or whatever, red and orange, just shining all through his face. He loved this moment. And like I said, she is the watcher for him. She's watching everybody for Trump. Now, all you other celebrities, I'm going to say this. If you talk about Donald Trump badly, she's going to call you out and nothing will happen. Her freedom of speech is extra. She could say a lot more stuff than the other person now, especially with the TikTok. She has a place on TikTok right now because she done a post with Donald Trump. And America owns 15% of TikTok, right? 15% of the TikTok. Do you guys know that? 15% of TikTok is owned by America. Not anymore the Chinese. He bullied that guy out. So now you guys love TikTok? Go on there. He got 200 million Americans users. It could have went down, but about 200 million Americans use TikTok. There's over 300 million Americans. So Most of you are on this TikTok, and most of you are seeing Nicki Minaj and Trump uh, loving each other, right? Yeah, that's something Trump did. I don't agree with, I don't think the government needs to own any part of any corporation. Well, they do own a part of a corporation. They do right now, and it's called TikTok. What next? Remember, he had Elon Musk, and Elon Musk kind of disappeared into the darkness, and he's still good with Elon Musk. They made it look like they had a fight. Don't you remember, guys? They made it look like they had a fight, him and Elon Musk, like they don't like each other. The other day he said, Elon Musk is a great guy. He got Elon Musk to do this whole thing with the technology online, right? That's why Elon Musk was there. He's the one who wanted the electric car deal. You remember that? That's why Trump is mad at Canada for making that deal with China. And that was fake news, people. The news that Carney pulled out, the Canadian Prime Minister pulled out because Trump bullied him. No, it didn't work. Trump didn't bully anybody, right? Trump didn't bully no Carney. The Canadian Prime Minister is still going through with the Chinese deal, right? Trump is a brilliant mind. Okay, that's what you say. The government needs to pay off its debt and stop sending our taxpayer money out of America. Well, he is sending money out of America. He is. You want to know where he's going to be sending some of that money? Guaranteed he's sending that money to some of that money to some other parts of South America to give up the cartels, right? True, the United States is a corporation 1913 when they created the Federal Reserves, when we all went to work for these bankers. You're right. They fought the side of the White House. Okay, right. So a lot is going on right now. This is a lot is going on in America. A lot is going on in the world, right? And this guy keeps going and going. He wants to make history. He is making history. And part of his history is conquering places all around the world and then making civil war in America so he could control it with an iron fist. So this is all a distraction. Him at this uh, Trump Gov count meeting, Treasury. This is to tell Americans, yes, I'm going to try to do good for you. I'm hearing groceries are high. I'm hearing the price of groceries are high, right? Is it high or low? Tell me, could you afford your groceries with $100 right now? Only a dumb fuck would actually think Trump is doing a good job. Whoo! You hear that, people? Count Dumas doesn't like Trump. He says only damn fools would think Trump is doing a good job. But one thing I'm going to tell you is doing a good job. I'm going to tell you one thing, what I agree with. If you are illegal in America, right? He has the right as the chief, right, to get your ass out of the country if you are illegal in the country. Illegal is illegal. You're not supposed to be in America or any other country if you are illegal, right? And Joe Biden is the guy who made open up the door. Hey, everybody, just come in. Everybody, come in. Come in. Nicki Minaj is showing an example that you gotta be legal. Even though she's rich, she's paying for her citizenship. That's how people have to do it to come to America. Pay for your citizenship, work hard, and that's the way. But if you are illegal, especially if you're legal, and you're doing fraud, you bringing attention to yourself. You deserve extra to get your ass kicked out because you're not just illegal in the country, you're stealing money from the government. Smart people, even if you are illegal, would not be doing that to bring attention to yourselves, right? Both the Democrats and the Republicans grow the government. Traditionally, Republicans grow the military and the Democrats grow the social programs, but it always grows. Yes, and that lady was robbing the social program the other day in Minnesota for $250 million when Joe Biden, well, was it when Joe Biden was around? I think so. No, but it's crazy. Now, Cindy Prime, he has to uphold the Constitution, and he's not doing that far from it. No constitutional rights for non Americans. You're right. I agree. Why is there argument about these illegal people like they have any rights? Why is there an argument? Because I guarantee if I was to just go somewhere and stay, just say I went to the UK and I stayed there for even 2 years or so, just say 2 years, and I never, and I'm making money somewhere under the table. And then I do some, like I get in a fight somewhere, like at a bar or something, and the police arrest me and they find out that I'm not even a UK citizen. They're going to deport my ass. They're going to deport, they're not going to give a shit. Anywhere else, they're going to deport you. So why are the people so special who are in who are from whatever Mexico, South America, or from Somalia, or from Haiti, or from the Caribbean? If you come into a country illegally, it's illegal. Nicki Minaj, she's lucky she didn't. There wasn't a Trump around to do her bad when she was young, but I swear, they said rumor she was illegal when she came. She was 5 years old, but now she's a millionaire, right? So maybe she's scared that Trump could have taken all her money away because she's been illegal in the country for decades. Maybe that's why she's jumping. I'm thinking that's what it is. She's jumping because she was illegal the whole time. So what happens if you're making money in America and you've been illegal for like what? For 20 something years. Can't they take that money? Correct me if I'm wrong if they can't take that money. Maybe she was thinking like that in her head. Damn, I got to get on this guy's good side. Because if I don't get on this guy's good side, damn, they're going to take all my millions. They're taking her house right now. I don't know if people know, but I think her house is like, it's up for sale, man. I think it's up for sale, her house. She's can't, I don't know why she can't afford it. She has money, but look, she's on a campaign. That's sad. I love her music. I'm hearing that was a lawsuit. Okay, that was a lawsuit. Either way, she's doing her job right now. She's doing her job, and she got Mr. Donald Trump under her, right? Donald Trump loves her a lot, and it's working. But they can't take whatever they want when you're on the hit list. Yes, yes, they could take whatever they want when you're on the hit list. Guaranteed. Wow, someone's selling their house. Call the news. Well, right now, Donald Trump is happy right now. He's feeling very confident. So let's see what else he's going to do because he's all smiles today behind Nicki Minaj, hugging her, holding her hand. He had a good time today. So, and he feels so confident, right? So confident. And on that TikTok stuff, I notice a lot of Americans are quiet about that TikTok. I notice a lot of people are quiet about the TikTok, like no one uses it. And a lot of you have been using it. And they just know everything now about you. Your location, your religion. They want to know your bank information. Did you guys give up your bank information? If you use TikTok, did you give up that bank information? I want to know. I want to know. Did you give up that bank information? Who else is quiet? DHS, yes, DHS. And they're trying to quiet up the ICE now. He just fired the head of ICE. He just fired the head of ICE. Don't get fooled, people. He just fired the head of ICE. Why? Is it a cover up for the latest shooting? I've had TikTok for probably a couple of years and I've only looked at it for maybe an hour and a couple of years. Well, just get rid of it. Get rid of it now before they look up everything you have. Hey, Nikki is on her way out. She on her way out what? She just paid 300,000 just to stay. I support Trump and my fiance does not. Politics have divided my family, so we don't talk politics. Very sensitive, I know. I don't have it. No FB, no Twitter since Musk bought it. Damn. So you don't have no TikTok either. Light out, fool. Trump approval is 20. Should we all frown? That's good advice. I got rid of Twitter 2 weeks ago. Yes, you should get rid of the well, I'm not saying you should get rid of Twitter. That's all up to you. That's all up to you if you want to get rid of Twitter. But right now, Nicki Minaj is the big campaigner for Donald Trump. And if any other celebrity starts talking, she's going to go at them. She already went at one of them already. So if you think you're going to be this big rapper and say, do a song like Snoop did, like call F Donald Trump, then he's going to be watching you. You can't say F Donald Trump anymore. Trump's approval ratings better than the Democrats. See? You see what someone's saying? If I don't use TikTok either, but obviously, I don't know if that's true. They said 200 million Americans. That's most of America, right? I know America's over 300 and near 350 million people, but out of that, 200 million people got the TikTok. So guess what? That's 200 million of you. He knows everything. He knows everything, right? So Prince, Democrats are not in charge at the White House to have approval ratings. The politics, the politics, the politics, the politics. And Trump doesn't give a shit about politics, really. He's just playing a role right now. I've been hearing Trump for years disrespect politicians constantly, calling them the biggest thieves and the biggest criminals. He used to say that a lot. There's a lot of video of him talking about politicians constantly, right? He has a hit list out there right now for a whole bunch of you. Nipsey Hussle got a song called "Fuck Donald Trump." You're right. You're right. You're right. He got the song, but I know what Snoop said that too. Snoop also said that too. John Stevens has bumped his head. So guess what? It shall continue. What's the next celebrity? Who's the next celebrity who's gonna jump on the bandwagon? Let's wait. I can't wait until I see the next guy, because the next guy is going to be interesting. Will it be Kodak Black? Maybe not. Who else? Who else is there? Who he freed up? Was it? Will it be Lil Wayne? Will Lil Wayne talk? Maybe not. But you know what? Joe Rogan, he's a hypocrite, because Joe Rogan was a big supporter of Donald Trump. And then Joe Rogan, now he's talking against Donald Trump, saying with the ICE, all types of shit. Same way when they voted for Trump, 170 million racist folks. So that's what the surprise. Okay, next person that wants to tank their career. Let's see. Let's see, because what the entertainment industry is different now. It's completely different right now. But Mr. Joe Rogan just is talked against Trump, and this man was like seen supporting Trump forever. I swear, this man been one of the biggest supporters, Joe Rogan, biggest supporter, Joe Rogan. Now he's saying, "Yo, Trump is bad," and for doing this stuff with ICE and putting out ICE, right? So who's next? I'm waiting for the next person to come up. There's a lot of Trump celebrity supporters. Remember that. I'm trying to remember some of them. There's a list of Trump supporters, celebrities. Maybe I should look them up, because Nicki Minaj is just one, right? There's more than just Nicki Minaj. There's a whole bunch of Trump supporters. They love him. Joe Rogan, it's all money related. He's not against Trump. I could believe that. It's all money related. He's not against Trump. But for you talking about Trump in a negative way, like what what is he supposed to think, Trump? Or unless they're like talking behind the scenes. Yes, sellouts behind the curtains. There's a whole bunch of them. ICE is distracting. That's what I feel. There's many distractions, people. Many distractions going on right now. He's talking about stuff in the world against other countries, and then he's talking about TikTok, and then now he has Nicki Minaj. So for a fact, he could put money on it. There's a big distraction, and then there's the Epstein files. How much of you know that the Epstein files? He's the one behind saying to release it, and now it's going ahead with the FBI guy Patel, Cash Patel. How many of you guys know that they forced or they called Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton to testify, and those two they denied. They don't want to go to court, so they might be held in contempt, right? He doesn't like them. Trump doesn't like those two, right? And that's what's going on. So there is distractions, a whole list of distractions. Epstein files, people want to know who's on them. They're going back and forth, slowing that down. 2 million documents, only a couple thousand released, right? The list goes on. The list goes on. And this man talking about Iran, and then he talks about Cuba. He wants to put Marco Rubio as the president of Cuba, and then he's talking about Canada. He wants it to be the 51st state. He has like a list. It's too much to keep up to. 15 million illegals, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. Epstein Files is still alive. Said Jama. 15 million illegals. Could he get rid of 15 million illegals? Yes. Bruce Young, have a great night. You always have a unique point of view. Thank you. Joe is a liberal and a heart conservative by earning IE. Of course, they know too much information. Listen, it's not, this is a bad time. Poor Cubans. He was talking about Cuba. He wanted to go into Cuba. He wanted to go into Mexico. You see what he done? He's a good bully. I'm going to give him this. He's the bully king, because the other day after Venezuela, he said, yo, Mexico, you have a big cartel problem and I don't like it. I might go there with the military. And you know what happened? The big drug kingpin from Canada was caught, or that guy gave himself up, so they say. He gave himself up. So check that. Mexican authorities made sure they had this guy, Ryan Wedding, and handed it to the FBI, Cash Patel, aka Donald Trump, behind. And that's a good trophy that America's really fighting to make America great again. Trump is blaming South America, the cartels, for 200 to 300 deaths a year because of the drugs coming from South America. You see how much fronts this guy's fighting? What Trump is doing? He's on all fronts. Would turning off the electricity to Minneapolis hellhole fix the idiot problems there? Would it? Would it? They'd freeze to death, wouldn't they? Why brag about being a bully? That's a sick dude. Well, he's a bully. You could call him a sick dude, whatever, but he's a bully. He's been bullying. Right now, we don't even know what's going on with Venezuela after he went there, right? We don't know about that. He's bullying countries right now. And he's bullying his own people. So he is a big bully. Bully around the world and bully at home. And if you're a celebrity and you talk against him, he's gonna bully you too, right? Mexico been having cartel problems with the last 30 years. Yes, yes. I thought you were dissing Trump. No, no. Mexico's been having a cartel, yeah, for a long time. From a long time. But it's not just Mexico. There's a whole bunch of places. Trump just deported a whole bunch of people the other day, or still deporting people right now in Minneapolis. Deporting a lot of people. He don't give a damn, right? He's going after everybody. And he just mentioned something today. He said the fraud in Minneapolis, yes, there's a big Minneapolis, but it's not just Minneapolis, right? He said it's not just Minneapolis. He's saying it like I was saying the other day. It's all the different states. So he got 3 more years. Remember this: Trump has 3 more years. So in the 3 years, he's going to be going state to state to state to state. So get ready for this ice to get bigger and bigger and bigger and have more power. Or if you guys don't like the ice, he's just going to get the military. He's just going to use the military in America to be on the streets. 3 more years. He's not up. He's not done. The same amount as Biden. He's only done about the same amount as Biden. We'll see. All blue states. Listen, he has 3 more years or so and a couple months. He's going to be going to every state. See, some people say, ice, ice, baby. That must be ice, ice, baby. How about the Epstein case and how much Trump is in all of it? Well, he made sure he probably cleared up that part if he's allegedly in any Epstein files. Guaranteed he's cleared that up. They're saying that they haven't seen any video. They claim there was no video. Then they talk. Then if you look it up, they say there's a video. Right? What's happening in Venezuela is none of the oil executives want to go into Venezuela. You're right. And China had a deal, and he cut that because America and China don't like. They're at an economic war right now. America and China has an economic war, big time going on right now. So it goes back from the COVID times. Trump blames the Chinese for his election loss. That he blames them. Remember, and China doesn't like Trump because what he said about them, saying is the Chinese virus and stuff like that. But right now, man, I got to give him it. I don't know. Remember, he has Vance. Don't forget, Vance, the vice president, is a young guy. Let me say it again. Vance, the vice president, is a young guy. So it's not just Trump doing this stuff. He's getting he's getting you know he's getting some news from Vance. 100%. China gonna get Canada oil. Yes, China is gonna get Canada oil in Alberta. That's why Trump doesn't like that the prime minister of Canada, right, is talking to China because it could make Canada more powerful right next to America. Let's be straight up, right? Let's be straight up. Even gropers have started. Who are you? Let me knock you out, Kleiner Sliner. You don't have no sense. You don't have no sense. 30 seconds for you. Knockout. We Latinos, are you saying Latinos will be voting for JD Vance to be our next president? Well, for the Latinos who voted for Trump, do you really like him now? Because didn't he deport thousands of people and break up families? We're seeing that babies were taken from their mothers and stuff like that. There's a big uproar about a year ago or so about him deporting people straight from California and other places with the ice. That happened before Minnesota. Remember that. See the pattern? Back to Mexico from California, Minnesota, now Somalia. A whole bunch of people will be going back to Somalia. hmm President Vance, you think? I think so. I think it's possible. Who's going to go against him? Who's in the Democratic Party right now who's known? I don't know anybody in the Democratic Party who's known. Who's in the Democrat? He didn't do anything but enforce rules. It seems that a lot of the Americans right now love the rules, what he's doing. I love how Godfrey says Nicki Minaj is running to the white people because black people make me mad. Love Godfrey. Are you talking about the Nigerian podcaster or American podcaster? That's what you're saying, Angela? Lee, nobody. He's saying, well, guess what? I don't think Nicki Minaj gives a damn about anybody but herself. She doesn't care. Nicki Minaj cares about what she's doing right now. She don't care about her fans. She don't care about people talking about her because right now people been giving her a bad name. Well, I don't know if she's giving herself a bad name, but about her husband and her brother. So she don't give a damn. She doesn't care right now. Nicki Minaj is happy right now. She got the golden card. She got the golden card and she's living it up. Happy, happy. And she paid for it. To me, she paid for it. She paid for it 100%. $300 million. Yes, so it says earlier in the day, Nicki Minaj was brought to stage by President Trump. She received the applause, people, applause, as she joined him along with the Shark Tank, Kevin or Larry. The president told her, "We did pretty well with your community." Just listen to that. She says, "We." Trump is always extra with what he says. He says, "We did pretty well with your community." So I'm wondering, is he's talking about the black community, right? He's talking about we did pretty well with your community. That is kind of funny. I gotta laugh at that what he says, right? We did pretty well with your community. I'm thinking he's talking about the hip hop community, or is he talking about the black community? Only the super bass singer said the hate she receives only motivates her to support Trump even more. So all the people who's hating, she's going to do more. Canada is splitting. Alberta will join USA with 85% of Canadian oil. No, that's not going to happen. Canada's not going to split. That's never going to happen. That's wishful thinking, right? Trump got 15% of the black vote. 15%, what, the first time or the second time? Which one? Because I think the second time he got more of the black vote because no one wanted Kamala Harris and no one wanted Biden. They didn't like them. What was the percentage of people who liked Biden and Kamala Harris, right? What was that percentage? Let me know, right? So who's not black? Who's not black? You know, if the person has to travel through another country before you get to where you are trying to file asylum against international law. Listen, right now, what Trump is doing, he's setting an example for the world, right? Especially places like Canada and the UK, saying if you have illegals in your country, right, you should kick them out, get more strict. And guess what? I have to admit, it kind of worked because Canada's been getting rid of a lot of the immigrants. They're just quiet about it. They've been deporting, I mean, illegals. Let me correct that. Canada been deporting a lot of illegals recently, thousands of them, right? And the UK, they're packed up. They don't want no more people in their down there. So they're kicking out people too, right? They're kicking people out. So they're listening to Trump in a way. They're looking at what Trump is doing. These other places, Canada and the UK, Cuba, Mexico, Canada can file asylum here. What does it mean? Cuba, Mexico, Canada can file asylum where? In America, you're talking? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? File asylum where? Listen, in Canada, they're deporting people. I'll tell you that 100%. They're deporting. Mr. Carney is not the nice guy, all nice. That guy's not all nice. Trust me. Trudeau, the guy before, was nice. This guy is not nice. Trust me. He is not friggin' nice at all. So that's why I know Trump doesn't like this guy because he can't bully this guy like the other guy before. He can't bully Mr. Carney. Carney knows about the money. Carney's more smart and shit than, I'm not saying smarter than Trudeau, but he is very smart when it comes to the money. And I don't know what you guys think about Nicki Minaj right now, what she's doing. What do you guys think about her? Some people don't know about who she is, but she's a famous rapper from, well, she's really from Trinidad. She's really Trinidadian. That's where she was born, right? And then she came to America as a young child. She grew up in America, got and right now she got a golden visa or whatever, golden card or whatever you want to call it. She's in America. Carney is making deals. He got in and made minerals deals with Greenland. You're right. Well, Donald Trump was still tweeting about them. Yes, Donald Trump was saying that he made some deal in Greenland and he's very happy that he came away with a deal. But was that true? I know Carney came with some deals and shit like that. He's just mad at Canada because this guy knows how to hustle. He knows how to talk to leaders. And he can't talk to leaders the same as Carney. That's why Trump is mad. But Trump, one thing he got is the celebrity. He got the celebrity game. And this thing with Nicki Minaj, I know 100% is a distraction. It's a big distraction, people. It's a big distraction. Why did Carney make a deal with Crown Royale to stay in Canada? That's a good question. I don't know why he made that deal because uh, I swear America bought that company. Americans bought Crown Royale, right? So maybe he's trying to make some Canadians happy that they still see Crown Royale in the store, right? That's what it is. So Donald Trump said that Nicki Minaj is the best female rapper of all time. The best. You know how much people in that community is angry at this shit? They're probably saying, "What is this guy saying?" But on paper, she is. On paper, she sold I think the most albums as a female rapper. She broke records. So on paper, she is, right? A lot of women can rap better than Nicki. Yeah. A lot of people could rap better than than Kendrick Lamar. A lot of people could rap better than Drake. That don't mean shit. It's how you're promoted and you're out there in the universe. And she's made a lot of money. She made a lot of money, right? Doing it. So Crown Royale is British owned and moved production to the USA. But Crown Royale was sold a lot in Canada. So either way, they sold out. They sold to America, right? And I guess Canada wants it still in Canada. They were producing some of it here, but yeah. Right now, Nicki Minaj is the most hated woman probably in America and rapper in America. She made herself the most hated, right? No, she's not on Kendrick's level. No, 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 no. When you're saying you said something and I was correcting it, I said anyone when he says no, she's not on Kendrick level. Her album called "Sales Don't Equal Talent." Well, some people think that in these day and age, people think if your album sells a lot, right, that means you're the best. That's how they've been doing it. There's guys who are unknown who sound better than even Kendrick to me, and they're not a big superstar, right? So, right now, Crown Royale moved production to where the buyers are in America. So a lot of people in America like Crown Royale. You can't sell to the us when the dollar is getting devalued every damn day. Well, oh well. This guy Donald Trump is the one who's causing a lot of shit. He's making your groceries more high and stuff because he has tariffs on all these countries. If he didn't have tariffs on all these countries, it would probably be better for you to do shopping. It wouldn't be as expensive, right? It wouldn't be as expensive if he didn't put all these tariffs on people. But now Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee. Do you like Trump? Do you like Trump? Or you hate Trump? Which one? Because a lot of people love Trump. They support Trump. Volkswagen just removed its US plant after 30 years friendship. Even John Deere moved production to Brazil. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Oh, and Sleepy Joe was better? No, I never said Sleepy Joe was better. No, hell no. Biden was terrible. Biden was terrible. Mm-mm. Biden was terrible. Mm-mm. He was bad, very bad. Trump, people may not like him, what he says, and he's what he's doing right now, but at least he's doing something. He's doing something, and I'm going to give him this: the illegals. He's kicking the illegal people out. There should be no argument about illegal people staying in America. I don't understand why people are trying to debate that. Why are you debating illegal people staying in America? That's crazy to me. Staying anywhere. I don't give a shit. I don't support that. I don't support that. I thought I get said Americans didn't pay for tariffs. Americans are paying for it. They're paying for it right now. They're paying for it badly. And that's why Nicki Minaj is a distraction. Nicki Minaj is a big distraction, but guess what he put out there recently? If you have a child between 2025 to 2028, you're going to get something special from him. It's a Trump account, right? It's a Trump account. He's doing a lot of stuff. A Trump account? That should be good. Okay, so the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. That's what Nicki Minaj is talking. I want to go to the part of the investment, the money that Trump is giving you Americans, right? He's giving Americans money, right? To make America great again. That's what he wants to do. He wants to make America great again. It's gonna be a stock for your child. If you have a child, you get $1,000. I don't know if it's every month. I don't think it's every month, but he's going to put money in Americans' pockets, right? Money in Americans' pockets. Is any other president have they done that? Have they done that? But it's in his name. It's in his name. And he got the Shark Tank guy with him. He has businessman with him, right? Kevin O'Leary. You know who Kevin O'Leary is? So he puts important people who are actually smarter than him around him. So he's playing a game. Trump puts people who are smarter than him around him. So he's good at doing his job, right? Trump announced the launch of Trump accounts. The launch of Trump accounts during the summit, a provision of Trump tax legislation. Trump accounts are meant to give $1,000 to every child born between 2025 and 2028. So long as their parents open an account, the money is then invested in the stock market by private firms, and the child can access the money when they turn 18. So he's doing something. I don't know if it's good or bad, if he's trying to just, watch over a lot of Americans in some way, right? But $1,000, and when you turn 18, what does that do? What does that do? How much money is that? Right? Remember Obamacare? He tried something. But yeah, $1,000 for every child. Isn't that good? Don't you guys support that? Isn't that good? He's doing something. Now, Nicki Minaj is definitely a distraction. Nicki Minaj is to get a certain community talking more. Nicki Minaj is to get a lot of the black community talking, 100%. Got the black community talking or the urban community talking. It got even that community probably separated right now because a lot of people like the Nicki Minaj. Now they're not going to like Nicki Minaj. And Mr. Trump said that she's the best female rapper of all time. So now there's going to be all these other ladies who want to prove that they're the best too. And it'll be interesting, right? Great for the American children. So it's great for the American children. Yeah, he's saying he's going to give $1,000, and when they're 18, they could take it out. It's pretty good what he's doing right now. Pretty good what Mr. Donald Trump is doing. So, what do you guys think of it? Some people say it's great. It's really great, right? To receive the increased child tax credits that Kamala proposed. The man doesn't like rap. Oh, he doesn't like rap. He, do, he likes the guys. He likes the people, right? He likes the people. You see him dancing the other day, Donald Trump. He likes the people. He's trying to get some rhythm right now, right? But for sure, he likes Nicki Minaj. 100%, he likes Nicki Minaj because he's smiling and hugging her, and she says he's like the best president ever and stuff like that. That's just going viral right now. He's the best president of all time. Better than every single president that ever existed. Better than them all. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that? And there's a couple people who are just quiet. They're going to be silent. There's a lot of celebrities who are quiet right now. They're silent. They're just shutting their mouth because, first of all, he helped a couple of them. And then second, they're scared that, look, one guy got fired just recently for talking against Trump, right? But Robert De Niro, is he going to talk? I think he had a big mouth against Trump, Robert De Niro. I don't hear Robert De Niro saying anything anymore. Robert De Niro's not saying one word anymore, right? It's called the agenda. Yeah, it is. 1K while lowering the refund and forcing the Fed to lower interest rates, meaning lower returns. So today was like a financial type of summit, the Treasury, right? So it's the Treasury that he he brought Nicki on. He brought Nicki, this rapper, to be, to kind of get people to look at this whole thing, what he's trying to introduce. He got a rapper. Think of it. Like, I know he does all types of things, but how much people expected to see this lady, which some of you don't know who she is, but she's a rich lady, right? How much people thought that would happen? Comes in account, not for you. So, okay, so it comes in an account, not for you raccoons. Okay, take care. You take care, C.S. Peterson. Well, you're still here. You're still here, right? All I know, um, Trump is a character. Trump is winning in how he feels. Like, he is winning. Let's be straight up. Who's stopping him? Where's the impeach? Where's the impeaching? Where's that? What's happening with trying to impeach him? No. People tried to assassinate him, even if that could have been staged. What happened to that? What happened to the assassination plots? That made him even stronger. That made him that made him get the vote to become the president if you believe in the votes, right? So, what's happening right now? He's putting out the law, and people could fight and talk all they want. He freed a whole bunch of black boys. You call them black boys, you must be racist, C. Peterson. He freed like 39 of them. 39 of them, and he pardoned some famous ones too. So you're talking shit. You know who's next? Could be next. This is who's next. And Peterson, I hope you're on here or whatever your name is. This is what's next. He just showed somebody who scammed the most out of Minnesota, and it was a white lady. And I'm sorry, you were next. That's who he's going after. Isn't it's obvious? It's not just black people or Hispanics. He knows there's a whole bunch of Caucasians who's hiding behind whatever the curtain and stealing too. So maybe you're next if you're a thief. You're next. He's coming for, right? That's who he's going to be coming for. Like he came for that lady, right? He came for that lady in Minnesota who stole $250 million. So how much more are out there? Like I was saying, how much more are like what's her name, Amy? How much Amy's are out there? Because everybody thought it was just Somalis the other day. How much Amy's are out there, right? And maybe there's a Brad out there right now, a Brad who's stealing like $300 million. Do you know? You would not know because the stereotypes, right? He freed Proud Boys, aka the New ICE. I'm hearing some of the ICE are Hispanic. He even said it the other day. They were saying he was talking, saying a lot of the ICE are actually Hispanic, right? But right now, Donald Trump likes some chocolate. Obviously, he likes the chocolate. I never seen him smile like that ever. Never seen him smile like that in a long time, right? So his wife, man, yo, you better hope. You better hope that he's not looking at like maybe not Nicki Minaj, but it could be somebody close like Nicki Minaj next, man. He's liking that, man. He's like saying, "Oh, I wonder." Man, like I've been with all types, foreign ladies, American, some American ladies, but I've never been with chocolate, and that's what he wants, right? How can the president tell a governor you won't get funding unless you agree with me? He's a gangster. I had an episode earlier about last week. He's a gangster. I got the proof. He got influence from gangsters. So the way how he moves is not a normal politician. He has history actually with gangsters, real gangsters. So he's not going by the average politician. You seen him put up the F finger the other day to a worker. He said, F you, right? He's not a normal president. He was never going to be a normal president. He was never gonna be a normal president. This guy knows how to extort people. He knows how to hustle. He knows how to talk. His smarts is street smarts. If you don't think he's that smart educationally, he's street smart. He's a different type of smart, right? He knows how to extort people, how to threaten them, pull back. I seen him do it with the tariffs. He threatened Canada saying, we're going to put all these tariffs on you. And after then he went back, he doubled down, he stopped the tariffs. The same way he keeps doing Greenland, we're going to take over Greenland. And then he says at the economic forum, no, I'm not going to attack you guys. No, not anymore. And he keeps going back and forth. Oh, the TikTok, I'm going to ban the TikTok. I'm going to ban the TikTok. And then he stops, he makes the TikTok run. And then now they own piece of the TikTok. See the patterns? And that's fact. That's real. He said he was going to ban the TikTok more than once, right? And then the TikTok is back. The TikTok is back. So he hustles people. And the bad thing about what you guys should not like, he's hustling Americans. Yes, people support him, but he's hustling a lot of Americans. Today, this is a message what he put out. Nicki Minaj, you see this TikTok stuff? We just put out that there's all this stuff we're going to do so we can know everything about a lot of Americans who want to use TikTok. So guess what? I need an influencer, somebody who's very influential that a lot of people like. And what type of person is influential nowadays on social media? Okay, someone like Nicki Minaj. So now Nicki Minaj and Trump, they do a big TikTok. And then guess what from that TikTok? People stay on. And the people who stay on, they gather the information if you want to stay on. And then anybody who's illegal or they have some shady shit with them, they're going to go after them. Yes, they're going to go after them. This is part of the plan, people. It's definitely part of the plan. That's not extortion. If they don't double down on the extortion, that's why he's called Taco Trump, always coward. Ooh, I know you don't like Trump. That's nothing to be proud of. The US economy is about to go through the hardships. Dollar is losing value. Everyone, please go see Godfrey's page. He's a brilliant black man. But you know what? There's separation even with Godfrey. I like Godfrey. He's very funny, very educated. But this is what Godfrey better be careful. He's born in America, actually. But the black Americans, like I said, there's something called the FBA. And if some of these FBAs like Trump, guess what? They don't like Godfrey, who you're talking about. They don't like Godfrey because Godfrey's Nigerian background, right? He's not generational American. Yeah, Godfrey's very funny. He's amazing. He's very amazing. And he always imitates Trump a lot. Trump must watch him 100%. He always imitates Trump. He makes fun of Trump and he criticizes Trump, but he's smart about it. He's very smart and careful. But does everyone remember the longshoremen going on strike just a few years ago? Yes, there's a lot of things what's been going on over, and it's going over people's heads. Like I said, this is definitely a distraction. Definitely a distraction what's going on with Donald Trump. It's distracting a lot of people, this whole thing with Nicki Minaj. Because right now, everybody's going to talk about Nicki Minaj and Trump. Oh, he said she's the best rapper. Meanwhile, maybe somebody else is getting hurt by ICE, right? Oh, Nicki Minaj, she gave 300,000 to Trump. Meanwhile, somebody else is getting hurt by ice, right? Nicki Minaj, she was holding hands with Donald Trump. Meanwhile, another situation is going on with the ice. Like I said, they just fired, if this is true, they just fired the head of ice. So who's the new guy? Meanwhile, they're talking about Nicki Minaj. Who is the new guy in charge? Who are they putting in charge of the ice? I'm just betting because okay, this is my guess, right? And I'll be back to if this happens, right? I guarantee the next ice leader of ice or the person they're gonna put in charge of ice is gonna either be a Hispanic or a black American. I guarantee it's gonna be either a Hispanic, remember, or a black American. So they could make it look camouflage that there's all not just the so-called proud boys, as you say, the white boys. So they're gonna get a Mexican because he did say it the other day. Most of the Mexicans, a lot of them are ICE. So it's either someone who's Hispanic or it's gonna be black, who's the head of ICE, and that will be interesting to see how that goes afterwards because that is definitely coming. The one of the heads of the FBI is Indian, Indian background, Cash Patel. One of the heads is an Indian. They were asked why they went on strike here, and the guy told the reporter they were tired of hearing people screaming from the containers they were shipping around the world. Mm, right now, drastic times, man. A lot of Americans are going to lose jobs. A lot of Americans will lose jobs because of these tariffs. I don't know if you guys agree with these tariffs. Oh God, you're still there. Please say something interesting and new. Ask your coffee partner. Smoking. Yeah, yeah. You want to know who's coughing? Smoking. Yes. Right now, Nicki Minaj, she's a big distraction. She's the big distraction right now. 420 break, guaranteed. Right now, Nicki Minaj is a big distraction. I could say that 100%. She's a big distraction. Bro, inflation is down, so the tariffs aren't even being seen for real. Yeah, they're not being seen until maybe a year or so comes. They will be, you'll really feel it when he's finished being the president. Yeah, yeah. When he's finished being the president, you're really going to feel it 100%. And how's that going to feel when a lot of more people are out of work because of what this guy is doing? He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot for you with this right now. Like I said, what is the distraction? New ICE leader. That's the distraction. Got a new ICE leader. The tariffs are making the country money right now. Tariffs are higher than they're always going to be because we're in the middle of making deals. Tariffs should come down. What's the deals Trump's doing? Or is it bullying? Because right now he's angry at Canada for dealing with China. So what's the deals is he doing? Or is it the bully deals that he's bullied Greenland to give up shit? What deals are you making? Last time I checked, a year ago, he said he was going to make 90 deals in 90 days. What countries have you made deals with? Yeah, what countries have you made deals with? I want to know. What countries has this man made deals with? What countries? Bullying deals doesn't matter as long as we get what we want and they get what they want. Maybe, maybe that might work, right? It is working. It's kind of working. It's working. Some people are giving up stuff. China's just ain't. They're really stubborn over there. It's not working with China, right? He got the Middle East, some of those rich oil Middle Eastern countries, but it's not really working with China. It's not really working with Canada. It's not working with a lot of other countries, right? So I don't know. This is a distraction. I could say 100% this Nicki Minaj shit is just a media campaign to distract people away from what's really going down in America, especially with this deportation of a lot of people. She's just teasing people. She's there to make people angry and mad about what's going on right now. Do you know what deal he's making and what it's about? What deal is he making? He said he made a deal the other day with Greenland. He said he came out of a meeting with Greenland and he loved it. It's a long-term deal for America, and they're gonna make a golden dome. They want to make a golden dome down in Greenland, and he said Canada should be a part of it, and all types of stuff. Where is the Canadians are where is the Canadians are happy to extend our portfolio outside of America? It's always good to diversity your portfolio. Never keep eggs in one basket. It's true. They found the spacecraft. What spacecraft? Cheaper dollar is actually bigger tariffs on imports. Well, like I'm saying, meanwhile, today was a big day because it was the Treasury Summit. The Treasury, you know what that means? Money. The Treasury Summit is money. And right now, he got a lot of people supporting him, right? With this whole Treasury stuff. Trump's is 100% business. Of course, he's 100% business, Donald Trump. Nothing else. 100% business. That's what he's all about. He was never nothing else. 100%. He doesn't care about people's feelings. That's why everybody had boats and the water to get there first to claim their craft. Okay. He's full of shit. Okay, yes, he could be full of shit. Catwalk, what business has he made you keep saying? He's a businessman, but he's not making any deals. Yes, he's a businessman, but he's not. It seems like he's doing some type of deal. He's doing something. Nothing stands out the best, but he's doing something. The Indian currency has really flopped. He's doing something. And so far, it's the tariffs, right? And taking over Venezuela. I could say that. The tariffs and taking over Venezuela. My prime minister here in Canada has made more trade deals with more countries than Trump has. So maybe my prime minister is the art of the deal, not your president. Oh, you're talking about Carney. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. ICE, DHS are okay. Defense underground, military base, dumb. Okay, there's a lot of things going on, man. There's a lot of feelings. This guy knows how to bring out the emotions. I'll give him that. He knows how to bring out the emotions. You've seen it at the White House, what happened when all those people were going crazy at the White House. So what he does actually works. He's bringing out the emotions of a lot of you. Everybody's bringing out the emotions. It's really working, right? It's really working what he's doing, and he doesn't give a shit. He's laughing. He's actually laughing. Just look at his face. You can see the pictures of him and Nicki Minaj. He's just laughing and everything. I know how this is going. Please listen up, brother. So what you know how this is going on? Please listen. Paul Tendy, how is it going? How is it going to be going? Defense underground, military base. They have a lot of military bases. Oh, we're going to go into the biblical stuff. You want to talk about Revelations? Yes, there's other story. People could talk about that. I know what you're going to try to talk about, but a lot of people don't believe in, like I said, the Bible. Not everybody believes in the Bible. Not everybody believes in God. There's a lot of people who are actually atheists. So it doesn't mean anything to them. But if you want to talk about the Bible, then what? Mr. Trump's supposed to be the devil, or is he the Antichrist? That's what some people would say. Some people will call Mr. Trump the Antichrist. I don't know if that he really is, right? It's from the Exodus. So you're saying all of this, what's going on, is in Exodus, right? Do you people agree, the Trump supporters or the people who are against Trump, that this is all in the Bible? And like Mr. Paul Tenney saying, which Bible? See, which Bible? If they don't believe in God, they are fools. Well, there is people who don't believe in God. A lot of people who are in power don't believe in God. A lot of rich, filthy, rich men don't believe in God. right? And there's people who do believe in God. It's a big argument. That's another subject. What will happen to Europe when American troop babysitters all leave? Will Germany or France start the next European war? Are they at war? Are they? They're not really have any disagreements I know of in Europe right now. The only disagreement they may have is over Africa, like they always had. That's the only disagreement they might have, right? That's the only disagreement they might have. But right now, Mr. Trump has a good distraction. I'm going to watch this story play out for the next week or maybe month. Everybody's just going to be talking about Nicki Minaj. I could tell you that right now. Everybody's just going to be talking about Nicki Minaj. 100%. Yeah, Ukraine and Russia. Distraction of that. Guaranteed Russia is probably blowing the hell out of Ukraine. Blowing the hell out of Ukraine right now, doing all types of stuff. Um, Iran, you remember that shit? He said if they didn't stop, that he would go there. Trump would go there and blast people out. Guess what? Didn't do nothing. Yeah, he said he would go there and blast people out, right? Remember that. He said he would go there and blast people out in Iran if they didn't stop with what they're doing. Now, we don't hear about Iran. Now I don't hear anything about Iran. Just look at it. I know a lot of you people are smart in here. You're smart. Put the pieces to the puzzle. No more hearing about Iran. That's finished. That's finished. So at the end of the day, don't believe the hype. There's big distractions out there right now. Nicki Minaj is one of them. Soon there's going to be a other distraction coming. Let's see. I live without Nicki Minaj. I don't even know what she sings. Well, a lot of people do know what she sings. That's why she's a millionaire. You don't make millions and no one doesn't know you. There's a whole bunch of people who know her. You probably don't listen to her music. A lot of people know her. Millions of people, right? Millions all around the world, not just America. She makes money all around the world, right? Tim Waltz receives awards from atheist organizations. I don't know about that, but you're probably right, right? USS Abraham Lincoln is headed that way. There's a lot of things going on. American military is everywhere around the world. They're everywhere around the world, the American military, right? So the distraction of the day or yesterday was Nikki. Yes, Nikki will attract the young vote. Yes, Nikki will make a lot of the young people, the people who are minorities, the people in the urban, I guess, space talk about her. Even if they say they don't like what she's doing with Donald Trump, this is going to give her more money with streams. She's viral right now. People are watching her on TikTok. Remember, you get paid from TikTok, right? So she's on TikTok. She's getting millions of views from TikTok. So guess what? It's really going on. Yes, uneducated people will do for it or what you're saying. Yes, a whole bunch of them. It's always going on. All the time. All the time. Look up the movie from 1988, They Live. Yes, I watched that. Remember, we were warned by a crazy wrestler named Roddy Piper. I remember that. He said in the movie, by the year 2025, the rich elite will control the world. That movie is interesting. I remember with the glasses, right? I remember that the glasses, and they could see a lot of different shit, but it was aliens. You remember that? I remember that movie. They Live. That's a good movie. Back in the day with Roddy Piper. Yeah, a lot of Hollywood movies, they're telling you little things, giving you messages. A lot of movies giving you messages, especially with presidents, especially with the presidents, right? I swear Donald Trump was like Bullworthy. Remember that movie Bullworthy? That guy died. The actor died. and he Trump fits the character of that movie, right? I think it was Bullworthy, and it was a hip hop influence, that movie, and that was like a goofy type of character president who didn't care whatever he does, right? And they had him in The Simpsons too. They had Mr. Trump in The Simpsons. Been through real. Okay, so the Pentagon spends over 1 trillion making movies here in America. The Pentagon. The Pentagon spends over 1 trillion making movies here in America. I'm hearing that CIA and them are part of that shit too, making a lot of the movies. That's why sometimes when you see leaders saying that they're fighting, you can't believe everything because a lot of the big percentage of the movies are recorded in Canada. Did you guys know that? If you don't know, let me say it again. A big percentage of movies, what you watch in Hollywood, is recorded in Canada because of the tax, right? A lot of them. When you think it's New York, it's not New York. When you think it's wherever in America, it's really in Vancouver or Toronto or Alberta or somewhere else in Canada. Been going on for over 40 something years. Movies from America are recorded in Canada. What has the Pentagon got to do with making movies? Well, I heard that lady Candace Owens say something like that. I actually heard her say something like that, Candace Owens, right? I don't know if she's really credible. She was the friend of Charlie Kirk. That's what she claims. She was good friends with Charlie Kirk, a big supporter of Donald Trump. So do you see what's going on here? Donald Trump lost a young, big leader supporter who was behind him getting reelected too, because he had a lot of young people with him, Charlie Kirk. So now you go to another person who has influence, aka Nicki Minaj, right? So Nicki Minaj has a lot of influence, right? And Nicki Minaj will get a good amount of million of people behind her, even though she's lost some popularity within her own genre right now. I have noticed that lately about our movies getting produced in Canada. That's been a long time. You just finding that out? I was in one of them. Listen, you noticed that lately. Yeah, watch a lot of your movies, even in the 80s. Watch them really closely. Before, when I was younger, I didn't really notice, right? But a big percentage of them are made in Canada, right? Yeah, a big percentage of them are made in Canada. A lot of series are made in Canada. Toronto's Hollywood North. They call it Hollywood North. So a lot of these actors, they come to Toronto and they stay. Probably sometimes they live for a year or two. Depends the project. They get condominiums and they live in Canada. A lot of the actors, they go to the Raptors games. You see them. They're all down here. A lot of the celebrities. Watch more research. They shock you. The Great Awakening. You watch to do research, then you see the shock you. The Great Awakening. Yep. Damn, dude. Nikki, it's viral right now, man. It's gonna go on for maybe a month. It's gonna be happening. You got to talk about this because this is the distraction from the ICE. What's going on with ICE? They just fired the head of ICE. So meanwhile, they fired the head of ICE. He has this famous rapper, right, holding her hand, smiling, hugging her, and he fired the head of ICE. Now, the head of ICE should go to court for what's been going on in Minnesota, but is he? Or are they just gonna make him disappear? Are we gonna see anything regarding what happened to the young man the other day, who died? You're not hearing anything about the lady who died. No investigation. We're not hearing no investigation yet. We're not hearing nothing. So they fired the head of ICE, right? And meanwhile, he's talking at this treasury thing, and he has Nicki Minaj there. Big distraction. 100%. Have to talk about it. I talked about a whole bunch of different shit. This is the recent news. This is what you want to talk about, aliens? You want to talk about the aliens? What they say, what they've been bringing up in the last couple of years, like they exist, and for years they were saying it's a hoax. Forever they would say you're crazy if you believe in aliens, and now for the last year or two they're saying aliens are coming to Earth, and the aliens are gonna do this, and the aliens been talking to the government and all this shit. That is a big distraction. That's a big distraction. All that alien stuff, and a lot of people see through it too. Smart people see through it because forever they used to say it's a hoax, you're crazy, you're psycho if you believe in aliens, but now it's real. Now, if you say aliens don't exist or UFOs don't exist, people look on you crazy, saying, "What are you talking about?" Right? But forever they used to say people are crazy who's saying they're getting abducted and stuff like that. We want to talk about that? Yes, the individual who was unalived. I'm not hearing nothing about that. That's why, like I'm saying, Nicki Minaj is a distraction. That would be better than talking about these chicks. Dear man, now you're justifying the government excuse American citizens because he kicked the head. Okay. Yep. World 420 got live television. Either way, right now, like I said, for the next month or two, you're gonna be getting this Nicki Minaj talk. Because let me tell you, when someone like Nicki Minaj is on this type of platform and the stuff what she's saying, it's not gonna be 1 week they're gonna talk about this lady. She'll be talked about for like forever until this guy's finished being the president, right? And the platforms will amplify her more than ever because she does have a past what's not too clean, right? She does have a past what's not too clean. I'm talking about her husband and I'm talking about her brother. So they're gonna start bringing up her brother. They're gonna bring up her husband. They're gonna bring up her when she came to America. All these shit that this what golden card she got and the money she gave. Everybody's gonna be talking about it, right? So what do you want to talk about? Justice, facto. People need to stop with the misinformation and do research before they speak. Nicki Minaj, well, one thing I know, Nicki Minaj was seen with Donald Trump today. That's one thing I know. Nicki Minaj was seen with Donald Trump today. And that's not fake news. Mm, some people should care. Some people should care because, like I said, besides Nicki Minaj, like I said, this is a distraction. She's a big distraction. Uh, I said it, and people are quiet about it. I noticed they're quiet about the whole TikTok shit. This is to kind of cover up the TikTok stuff about your freedoms being taken away, right? Your freedoms being taken away if you use it. If you want it, if you use the TikTok, not all of you guys use the TikTok, but if you use the TikTok, they're gonna be watching you more than ever. Let me look that up. TikTok update. TikTok update. The TikTok update. Yeah, how TikToks. Let's see. Even Canada wants to ban the shit. That shows you something. TikTok outage. That happened too. TikTok had an outage and people went crazy. You see? They're testing people. TikTok is now collecting even more data about its users. So there's 200 million people using it. It's not like it's 20,000 or 20 million people. When TikTok users in the US opened their app today, they were greeted with a pop up asking them to agree to social media platform new terms of service and privacy policy before they could resume scrolling. Shit. How much of you kept that going? Hmm? How much of you guys kept that going? How much of you guys did not kept the app going? That's what I want to know. Because as soon as you open up the app, it told you that will you agree? Will you agree to what? See, they didn't want to show it. I was talking about it the other day. Okay, they have throttled the app because they're trying to scrub the most recent Minneapolis incidents. You hear that? It's clear as day. If China still ran it, we would all be able to see it. But now, guess what? We don't see certain alleged federal personnel take a firearm from an individual and then proceed to fire on the person who was stripped of their second right and ending in no life. What? Where to say the least, I am wrong. Qbots. Funny how the NRA and other 2A officials are also calling the narratives giving BS. But go ahead, whatever. What the fuck is going on? All I know that it did happen. And they didn't really promote it like that. They were saying that okay, there's new guidelines or whatever for users, but I didn't know if you opened up the app that they basically like soon as you open the app, it came up new type of rules and shit like that. You have to give up all your information. Users panic TikTok privacy policy update mentions. Ah, let's see. Let's see. Some people might say, oh, I don't use TikTok, but a lot of people do. TikTok users have noticed pop-ups appear on their screens when using the app today, and people are freaking out about it. The app says it's updating its terms of service and privacy policy starting January 22nd, 2026, but it's not the update itself that has everybody worried. It's the pop-up, what it actually says. I know it says a lot. It's scary, people. Right there in the message, TikTok mentions new types of location information, including device, right? Geography. We may collect from you with your permission. The pop up also talks about updated corporate entity using your data to show ads outside TikTok. And you can supposedly opt out of those ads, but here's the thing there's only one button on the screen and it says agree. No way no way around it. Yeah. And I talked about this the other day, and it's crazy, right? The timing lines up with major ownership change. TikTok USDS joint venture with LLC was officially established on January 22nd, 2026, just recently, with American investors holding 80.1% of the venture and ByteDance retaining 19. I didn't know that. See how they change up shit? 81.1% of the venture, and ByteDance, which is China, the Chinese owner, retaining 19.9. Oracle, Silver Lake, and MGX each sold 15% as managing investors, following an executive order signed by President Trump in September 2025. So, that explains the updated corporate entity language, but users are more bothered by the geolocation piece. Multiple people reported that TikTok removed location controls from their phone settings entirely. It's not good. All I gotta say is not good. So if you don't use TikTok, this doesn't affect you. If you don't use TikTok, it's all good for you. But it does affect millions of people. Even if you're not using it, it's affecting millions of people who have it. You may delete it. You may not use it anymore because you don't want government to have all this information about you, or you don't want to give up the information. So many of you may stop using it, right? But the whole point is a lot of people are still using it. And Nicki Minaj was doing a campaign for TikTok today. That's what it was. Guaranteed that's what it was, because Trump was probably hearing a lot of people taking off that app off their phone, and he knows if he's seen with Nicki Minaj, it will get, back a lot of people on the platform. Gen Zs might not give a damn like older people, right? So a certain generation, they don't give a damn. They don't even read the small print. They'll just up download and use it. They don't care, right? Jesse Ventura needs to go to sleep. Oh, Lee. Only stupid people think Trump is good in any way. Well, must be a lot of stupid people because a lot of people think Trump is good. A lot of people think Trump is good. So it must be stupid people. A lot of stupid people. Must be a lot of stupid people. Right? Big population of people must be stupid because Trump is still running after his first term, a second term. You got a second term. So that means there's a lot of stupid people in America. That's what you're trying to say, Roberts Wingate, trying to say that. A lot of people are defending this guy. So there's a lot of stupid people. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Obviously, Mr. Trump got a lot of you mad, angry, and he got a lot of you people happy. There's a big fight going on within America right now. A big fight. It's almost like it's civil unrest. Uh, will it start a civil war down the line? We don't know. Will he start to bring the military, more the National Guard out to these cities? We shall see. But right now, Minnesota is kind of quiet. Even though you hear about all these protesting, it's kind of quiet right now. You notice? Ever since the last individual got unalive, you notice it's silent. Just making you guys know, right? It's kind of quiet right now. Very quiet. And the head of ICE is gone. Gone. No more. But people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I don't know. Like I'm saying, Nicki Minaj is going viral, and she wants that. It's giving her album sale. It's making her album sell more. It's gonna stream more. I guarantee her streams are going up right now. She gave away 300,000. That's nothing. Her streams are going high right now. Everybody's going to listen. Is playing a Nicki Minaj song, even if they don't like her. They're playing a Nicki Minaj song right now. The radio is playing a Nicki Minaj song more than ever because she's on social media and she's on the biggest platform right now with Donald Trump. So it's working. Right? Let me read some of you guys' things. The head of office is not gone. The head of ICE is not gone. I don't know where. Well, they're putting out fake news then. You're getting this information. It's like what they're talking about with Carney backing down from the Chinese deal. That's fake. So what Trump used to say, fake news, right? It's out there for real because the thing what they said, Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, stepped away from the Chinese deal. That's fake because he said he talked to Trump on the phone and nothing of that sort happened. But they've been putting out on social media that the man who's the head of ICE was fired or he stepped down. So that's fake news. And if the head of ICE is gone, America got somebody better for ICE. Yeah, that's not taking any BS. Yeah, I think that it's possibly they got rid of the head of ICE only to cover up or quiet down the people who are talking about the last individual who got unalive. Right? So that's what I think. That's what I think. But they've been saying the head of ICE has either stepped down or got fired. That's real news. I've been hearing that. The head of ICE stepped down. No, he was sent back to California to calm things down. He was not fired. So maybe he's going to take care of California. More illegals. And maybe they're just going to put somebody else in Minnesota. That's how they work, right? You're going to put somebody else in Minnesota and he's gone back to California. Because remember, that's where it started. They were deporting a lot of Mexicans and other illegals right back to South America. So maybe they just said, your job is done here. Go back there to deflect what's going on with the gentleman who lost his life. Right? if that's the case. You right now, like I said, Trump put out fake news. He always talks about fake news. That's reverse psychology. So if it is real news, you're not gonna think it's real. And if it's fake, if it's really fake, some people think it's real because you're right. You see how it goes back and forth. So that's how it goes, people. But right now, I could guarantee, I could bet for the rest of the week, everybody is going to talk about Nicki Minaj more than any ice. Everybody's going to talk about Nicki Minaj more than anything what's going on with the protest. Everybody, and you know what? All she has to do is to start to talk about somebody who's talking bad about Trump. That's all they got. She got to do. She just is got to talk about somebody who's talking bad about Trump, and then that will be big, right? Yeah, Bonvino is still there on his office. So that's fake news, you see? And you know what? I kind of didn't believe that story. I seen it and I didn't believe that story because there's so much fake news out there now. I didn't believe that story. No, only you're talking about her, dude. No, everybody's talking about her. Just go on Twitter. Go if you have Instagram, she's all over it. Every big content maker is talking about her. I could put money on that. This is still fresh news. I heard about it. I didn't even really look into it all day, but it's all over the place. It's all over the place. It depends what you're into, but I know for a fact every podcast, every content maker, right? Especially in the hip hop realm, they're talking about this 100%. It's the biggest news, and they're making fun of her, right? She was everywhere today. See, she's on CNN, she's on The Breakfast Club, she's on every single media source there is. And if they're magazines, she's on the front cover with Trump. So, what are you talking about? She's everywhere, everywhere, right? This is just making her get more streams. This is just making her, but she might lose some business. She might lose a couple fans because of Donald Trump. And that's facts. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Right? I know a lot of people are angry right now with Nicki Minaj, but she's just doing it for herself. She got her golden card, and I heard it's only rich people who get that shit if they're not fully American citizen and they're trying to be a full American citizen. So she doesn't want to get deported. She wants to stay on Trump's good side. She doesn't want ICE to deport her because ICE did deport one of the biggest TikTok guys. He's from Africa. He was deported. This guy just recently sold his likeness to TikTok for $900 million. Right? Let me look up his name because he's smart. He made sure he sold it because Trump would probably take that away from him. He's not American. The top TikToker sold his likeness to TikTok for 900 million. He's one of the first celebrities to get deported by ICE. Remember that, right? Uh, Top TikToker. I don't know if you guys know. I don't even like. I only knew about this guy when he got deported. Kwabi Lamb, 160.7 million followers. Kwabi Lamb, what's his name? Yeah, and he sold his likeness for almost $1 billion. He's smart because if he didn't, Trump was going after that money. Yeah, Kwabi. Okay, so this is the guy. Well, he made a lot of money, man. 50 accounts by number of followers, Chinese social media platform. I want to know who this guy is really. He's kind of a mystery to some people. Like, I want to know, how did this guy become so rich from TikTok, right? Let's read more. Okay. Kohabi Lamb, 160.7 million followers, the most followed user on TikTok, right? So he's the most. He's the most. And he just sold his stuff. He's smart. He's smart to sell his shit because Trump was going to probably take that away. The following table lists accounts that were once the most followed on TikTok, including the official TikTok account, before Kwabi Lamb became the most followed TikTok user. Why they don't have too much information on this guy? Started young. It's a mystery. But this guy sold it. He was deported too by ICE. He was deported by ICE. I remember that people forgot about that. People forgot about that. He was deported. Yeah, TikToker deported. Yes. Kohabi Lamb, the most followed TikToker, was detained by ICE for overstaying his visa and has since left the US amid a broader immigration crackdown. His experience highlights the challenges faced by public figures in the US due to immigration enforcement. That's why Nicki Minaj, she's doing what she's doing. Because if the biggest TikToker was deported by ICE, and this is before ICE was getting all this media shit, they will deport anybody. See, he got deported, and that's why he sold recently his likeness for almost $1 billion. Because if he didn't, the Americans would have took that away from him. Smart guy, right? He's smart. He's smart. He is smart, man. He made sure he sold it because it was probably going to be taken away from him. Kwabi Lame, the most followed person on TikTok, has voluntarily left the United States. That's what Trump wants the rest of all those illegals to do. Voluntarily left the United States after being briefly detained by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement last week for overstaying the terms of his visa. Lamb, right, whose real name is Surgeon Kawaban Lamb, is Senegalese Italian TikToker known for his deadpan reactions to other videos. His viral video have earned him a following more than 162 million. So this is what it is. He wants to stop the money. Trump just wants to stop the money, right? He's seeing this guy who's not even American. He made 160 million from Americans. Just really look, take that in. This guy was illegal, and he made $162 million from America, and he left voluntarily. So he didn't even do a scam like the ones in Minnesota. So he kind of hustled the Americans, right? So that's why Trump was mad and he wanted to ban it and get it sold, a lot of it, to America, right? But on June 6th, Lamb was detained at Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas for violating the terms of his visa, ICE said in a statement. This is ICE's biggest, what you'd say, detainee. Lamb, or Lame if you want to call him, 25, had entered the US on April 30th on a temporary visa. While in the country, Lamb attended Met Gala in New York City. Lamb was granted voluntary departure June 16th and since departed the US, an ICE spokesman said. So he doesn't care about leaving America. He left America with almost $1 billion. Almost $1 billion. So ICE, this is ICE's first celebrity victim, like very big. I know 21 Savage was one too. It's unclear if Lamb returned to Italy immediately. As of Tuesday, Lamb had posted on Instagram story of himself in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Lamb's experience with immigration enforcement arrives as President Donald Trump directs local, state, and federal law enforcement to assist in carrying out long-promised mass deportation agenda. So this is before he started with Minnesota. So this was an example. This was the warning way before everything, right? Agenda. News of the popular TikToker's detainment sent ripples across social media, with many of Lamb's followers acknowledging his run-in with immigration law enforcement in his comment section, despite his videos having nothing to do with the incident. You see? So this guy and 21 Savage, the rapper, was one of the first popular celebrities are known to be detained by ICE and sent back, or he voluntarily went lamb, right? Sad to hear, but laws have to be followed wherever you go. No exception, even if you don't agree with them in any country, you have to follow their laws, not your beliefs, wants, or desires. Hang in there, Kwabi, think that's how his name is, Kohoabi, and make it all legal. You are loved by so many. So he's finished with TikTok. He's finished with TikTok. He's done with TikTok. He already got his money, and he ran with it. $900 million. And if he didn't do that, Trump would probably freeze his account. Trump would freeze his account if he didn't do it. So he's lucky he done it on time. Just recently, he just sold his likeness just recently. So he got his money and he ran with it. A lot of money. Lots. 163 or something. No, what I'm saying 163. That's how much followers he has. $900 million. $900 million Mr. Kawabi took with him, right? Senegal. He's from Senegal. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Is it Lame or Lamb? I'm saying it's Lame. Kawabi Lame. Self deports after ICE detention. That was a big story. That was in the media, but it didn't really, a lot of people looked over it. No one talked about the ICE when that happened to him. They looked over it. It's like right now with Nicki Minaj. A lot of people are gonna look over this too. They're gonna be looking over the whole Nicki Minaj story. They're not gonna understand why this black lady was up on stage and why was she talking and stuff like that. Some of the ignorant ones, but I know why she's up on stage. They're gonna wonder why is this? Why is Trump making this lady talk? Why? Right? I know why, but it's a distraction, big distraction, very big distraction. But I told you the biggest TikToker was one of the first ICE victims. It's all connected. I just told you about the TikTok being sold, a big percentage of it to America, right? I just told you about your privacy. It will be all exposed if you still want to use TikTok, right? I just gave you all that. And Nicki Minaj using TikTok to get people back onto it. I just told you that, right? So it's nothing I'm making up. This is all out there. This is all what's going on right now. Facts. Facts upon facts. So a lot of people are in their emotions right now. 100%. But people, please subscribe. Please subscribe. She is a smart young woman who speaks her mind. Why do you hate that so much? She's smart. She is smart. Nicki Minaj is smart. She knows what she's doing. I'm giving her that. But there's going to be a lot of people who are going to hate her because she's with Trump. She's smart. She knows what she's doing. She got that gold card. She won't be deported anymore. And anybody who talks against her on social media, guess what? She got Trump with her. I guaranteed. And they'll dig up their dirt. So anybody who wants to get kind of, uh, you know, curse her out, try to battle with her on social media, she got Donald Trump, right? So the distraction is her. The distraction is her. And he's using her as a tool. Trump is definitely using her as a tool. to control people. What's not connected? They're all connected. I just broke it down if you weren't hearing. The TikTok shit is connected with the ICE. They blame TikTok before America owned some of it, that they were using that, China was using that to spy on Americans. That's what Trump said himself, that China was using TikTok to spy on Americans, and that's why he said he must ban it unless they give up something, some of their, I guess, power. And now they're doing the same things to Americans. They want to do the same thing what they accused China of doing. Holy, even Canada don't want the TikTok. Canada for sure don't want the TikTok now. That's going to be a new story. Canada wants to ban TikTok. You know why? Because America controls it. And you know Trump just wants Canada to be the 51st state, right? He just wants Canada to be the 51st state. So, I don't know what else to say, but I said it all, right? The top TikToker pulled out, and his money is $900 million. He was one of the first victims, famous victims of ICE, and he took his money and ran. And if he didn't take his money and ran with it, guess what? Trump would have arrested him or got him locked up and made sure that that money wouldn't go back with him. So he made sure he voluntarily deported himself. Trump was giving some of those people from Minnesota some time too with their visas. It's up. So if they had anything, he's taking it all away from them, right? He's taking everything away from them, 100%. And right now, people have a social war going on of like what's going on in the streets in America, a big social war. What's right? The protesting going on, and too much protesting is just gonna make this guy talk more. The more protesting, the more Trump talks. The more people talk about him, the more he's talking. He got Trump Social. Remember, he has his own social media platform, right? So this is what it is. And people, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I just told you, I don't think a lot of people are going to dig that up about Trump and the TikTok situation. Um, what's his name? Zelensky came to the White House, asked Trump for help. We don't hear no more about Ukraine. If America's helping Ukraine, the list goes on. The list goes on. But that's the story, people. Nicki Minaj at the Treasury, Donald Trump with her, smiling, holding her hands. He told the world that she's the best female rapper of all time, and he loves her. And now she's at home in America legally. Now she's at home in America legally, and no one could do anything about it, right? And if anybody talks about him, she says she will defend Donald Trump. And she said Donald Trump is the best president of the United States. She mentioned that Donald Trump is the best president of the United States of America. And stop bullying Donald Trump. She wants all of you who hate on Trump to stop bullying him, right? Just stop bullying him. But people, please subscribe to the platform. We're on Spotify podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, Down to Earth Network. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. Let me read a couple of your comments. Let's see who got some good comments. Okay, I got to go. I can't listen. Okay, all right, all right. You go. Nicki forgets that tokens get spent. She is a tool. That means she doesn't love him. Well, you know what? People use each other. Jumping on the bandwagon and pushing this Nicki agenda. Well, the Nicki's a distraction. Nicki's a distraction. Pure distraction. I said it over and over again. The agenda's from Trump. Nicki just wants her boo to get a pardon. You're right. You're right. Nicki just wants her boo to get a pardon, probably too. And her brother. You're right. But it is a distraction, 100%. This will be the biggest news all through the week and next week. Yes, Nicki MAGA. You remember Kanye West was MAGA too. You remember Kanye West was MAGA. He's another guy. He's another individual who loves Trump. Right? He loves Trump, Kanye West. Yeah. Oh, he just talked too. He's a distraction too. He just said something. I got an episode on that. He just said something. He apologized to Jewish people, but he apologized for a lot of things he said, but he didn't apologize for supporting Trump. See, another big rapper, Kanye West. No one will care about Nicki today or by tomorrow. Well, the people who are in media, the people who are in the hip hop community, they will care. Maybe not you, but the people who are in the urban community, they will care. She doesn't have millions of fans for nothing. She doesn't have millions of people who made her rich for nothing. She didn't get money out of thin air. So there will be people who care, 100%. Right? 100%. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this. One in the chat, who supports Trump? Two, no. One in the chat, who supports Trump? Two, no. Let me know. How much of you support Trump in the chat? And two, no. I want to know. At the same time, please subscribe. Catwalk loves Trump? Two. Two, no. Family gamers, you're saying no? One. Carrie Ponzo, one. User my vet, one. Damage, one. Two. Oh no. So far I'm seeing the ones. People care about their personal material conditions. Did Beyonce etc change their calculus for Kamala? Probably. One. Katie Fenton, one. Devious Chris, two. Depends on what they did. It's split. I have to give it this. I gotta give it this. It's kind of a split, man. There's a split. This shows you an example what's going on, especially in America. There's a big divide, right? Beyonce should have rumped Shaka. Won the greatest party. Oh, Lee. It's really divided. I could actually say it's really divided in America, man. Very divided over this guy. Half the country is racist, would be the divide. So you're saying half the country is racist. Could be, yes. Could be half the country is racist. It's not a split. 76 voted for Trump. 76% voted for Trump. Okay, $1. 100% Patricia Mason. Well, all I gotta say is what's next? What's next for Donald Trump? What will he do next? Who else will be representing and talking for him? I don't know. But people, please subscribe. This is your host, Sean Myrie of the Down to Earth Network. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm out.